What's up, everybody? This is the Completely Unprofessional podcast. There's no clap sounds, nothing? No? Okay, all right, that's fucked up. All right, there you go. Thanks, I got Paul clapping for me. We got a very special guest today. We got my boy Ericson. That's it, just Ericson.
Yeah, pretty much.
No last name. And today, we are going to review Infinity War. If you guys didn't see it, I'm sorry. It's gonna get ruined for y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil it, right?
We're gonna spoil the shit out of it.
There's no way I can talk about this movie.
You can't. No, you can't. Not after it comes out. That's just terrible. So what did you think? Did it meet your expectations? What did you think about everything?
The bullet points, I would say, like, first of all, I'm kind of been getting like Marvel fatigue recently. Like, I'm kind of exhausted.
Yeah, I've been feeling that way too.
Like, I wanted like Black Panther, but I was also sitting there being like, I just kind of like, it's kind of like when you're like near the end of a book and you're like, how many more chapters I got to go through before I get to the end of this stuff?
Well, there's no end. They're gonna really try to.
But
keep
you know
it
what I
going.
mean? Like, there's an end to this this segment of the story, which is like the whole like Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. character stuff. So like, I was kind of exhausted, and the last few movies I wasn't able to get into, but this one, I gotta say, it was like the first time this actually felt like an event. You know what I mean?
Well, it's probably the most hyped movie ever.
Yeah, no,
one of them top
man.
three.
It really it feels like it when you're watching it. It really feels like we came a long way to get here. It's like the second to last season of a TV show.
Yeah,
just when everything gets like really messed up.
It's about to. I don't know. I'm really I like how they did it. I was actually pleased. I was satisfied myself.
There are a few moments. It was funny. Me and my friend went to go see it, and afterwards we were both satisfied but upset because we enjoyed what we saw, but we didn't have much else to say about it.
Yeah,
it kind of met expectations, but it didn't go beyond. Like it didn't blow me away with anything that it did.
I can't say it blew me away. I didn't think he was gonna get all 6 stones.
I did.
You did?
In fact, we made a bet before we saw it. I was like, he's gonna get, because you think about it, it's like he has to get them at some point. You got to see what happens when he gets them.
Maybe I thought he was gonna get like 5, and then it just stops. But that would be, you would feel unfulfilled. You know what I mean?
You want to go in chronological order? Because I want to ask you, like, at the end, did you, when they were destroying that last stone, did you think that was going to be it?
No, I knew it was going to.
Yeah, see, everyone knew it. That's
because he's got the time stone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you know what's going to happen. They drew that out, and like we know he's just going to bring it back.
Yeah, I even thought about Strange. I was like, why didn't he just reverse the time stone instead of being like, when Tony got stabbed? Why didn't he just use the time stone to go back?
Right,
but he knows that.
Right.
He knows the 14 million possibilities.
Right.
Or what he said, 14 million different possibilities that he's looked in the future. He said, and I guess that went with what the future was.
I really hope the next movie really pays off that last line of his.
Well, I was reading an article. The writers say it's better. The writing's better on 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they say. What the writers? They're supposed to already start dropping.
Yeah, and they're always hyping up.
Yeah, you have to hype it.
They're talking about how it's going to be like over 3 hours long, and it's going to be. But honestly, that's the thing. That's another thing that annoyed me about the movie was like it does a great job of just making you be like, well, I kind of want to see the last one now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well,
I don't think I've ever left a movie being so interested in seeing where this is going to end.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I mean, what? So, you guys know, like, so many motherfuckers die. So many people die.
Yeah,
like,
and a lot of ones I wanted to too.
Yeah, was anybody surprised? Were you surprised?
Who left?
Of anybody? Yeah. Which ones? I was surprised.
I was surprised by Black Panther.
I was surprised about Black Panther, Doctor Strange, because
Doctor Strange wasn't as. I was happy about Doctor Strange, but I wasn't as.
You don't like him?
No, I like him, but it makes sense because you got to lose someone important. He was like the most important character of that movie. Him and Thor were probably the 2 most important guys.
They kept all the original guys.
I noticed that. I was like, and that's clever because it's kind of we started with them. So now the last movie, it's like they got to come back together and like get the original team.
But I thought because if you like, most people predicted, no one predicted. I mean, the Black Panther, Doctor Strange, the Guardians, they were like considered least likely to die.
Right. Yeah. Right. Now it's kind of smart on their end.
I really like that. I almost feel like Marvel leaked it the other way just to fuck with you. You know what I mean?
I think well, they know what they're doing. They're pretty smart as far as like playing against audience expectations. I think we're gonna lose the real Avengers, like some of them in the next one.
For sure, I think.
Yeah,
so too.
I definitely thought. I thought we were losing Tony Stark in that one moment.
Yeah, I mean, that one moment I thought he was.
By the way, has there ever been a character who so wanted to die throughout this entire series? Like, I'm not saying Robert Downey Jr. doesn't like the paychecks, but if you think about every movie you watch with him in it, he's always trying to get himself killed.
Yeah.
Like in the first Avengers, he takes the freaking nuke and goes into space with it. He's like, I guess I'm done. And then like in Ultron, he's just kind of like beating himself up over everything.
I think in the first, I mean, I don't know if look at it a certain way. I remember in the first Avengers, Captain America told him that you only fight for yourself. You would never sacrifice yourself. I think that's almost like that's why that line was there to show that I would. You know what I mean?
He's pretty selfish.
Yeah,
throughout this entire series.
Now he's selfish, but he's also a good dude. Like he's still
selfish in that way that he always wants to do something that he can sacrifice himself for a bigger cause. Like he's always doing it for the universe, but he's never thinking about the fact like he's got Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
Who wants to like have a baby?
Yeah, he's just not thinking about it. He's looking at the bigger picture. He's a smart guy, you know.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like he could solve it without having to like. And I guess when it's like the wizard you just met who's got the green stone just got kidnapped, you got to chase him.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, I don't know. He's my favorite guy. So,
I love him too, man.
Him die. I mean, I saw a poll they saying they would be the saddest if Captain America died. I would actually be sadder if he died.
I was sad when I thought that Iron Man was gonna go, even though just I was kind of expecting it. I was just like, man, just like especially Robert Downey Jr. is so great at looking like pathetic when he gets hurt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He does that really choking thing.
Yeah,
like you can see him really relenting his decisions.
Yeah, he looks. I don't know. And Spider-Man going.
That's what I was happy about because that kid annoys me.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
You don't like him? I love that kid.
First of all, that was my least favorite movie, the ones I've seen. And I just know you know what it is. This version of Peter Parker, I don't see any struggle in his life. I really don't. Every girl in his high school wants to have sex with him. Everybody seems to be impressed by him. I've never seen. I get we couldn't do the whole origin story, but I've never seen him have like a nerdy moment where he didn't get what he wanted.
I think it's good casting though, but I see what you're saying.
I mean, he's a good actor though,
Yeah.
because when he's in Tony Stark's arms and he's like, I don't want to go, I'm like that's a good moment.
Yeah.
And I love that Tony Stark ends up on that fucking planet alone with just like one other person,
With Nebula.
no way to get back.
And Nebula was considered the most likely to die out of the people in Guardians. Like
I know, I'm glad she stayed.
Well, you know what? In the comic book, she takes the glove.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh man, I didn't know that.
So maybe that's why they have to keep her. She might be the one to take the glove.
Oh, I'd love that.
You know, either her or there's another
I think
version
of
of
Thor.
Maybe Thor, maybe Black Panther, maybe Iron Man.
He's gone.
I mean, if they bring him back,
they'll bring him. He'll definitely be back because they have a sequel plan for both him and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So we know we're getting.
But that's the only thing, because these sequels are planned. Like I would have kept that quiet.
I know.
But there's no way because.
But it's also because those sequels existed. You didn't expect them to die too.
And then like the next Spider-Man comes out like 2 months after the next Avengers. So.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know about this. It's too. It's
too
really obvious.
It's like a catch-22 where just like you kind of get surprised by the fact that you know what's going to happen, but it also kind of undermines what happens because you know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I kind of know it. Yeah, you kind of know what's. But like, what do you think is going to happen? How are they going to reverse this?
Oh, you know what? That's the thing too. We and I don't know they did it on purpose, but it kind of. I mean, we really don't know what the stones are capable of.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of used the reality stone a little bit. He didn't use the Mind Stone at all, though we've seen it used in Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And he definitely didn't use the Soul Stone at all.
Yeah, he.
So we don't know. The Soul Stone might be. I think in the comics, the Soul Stone's able to bring back people from the dead. So I think that might come into place in the way that we didn't. expect.
This is how I think it's gonna go. This is how I see it playing out. Basically, I saw some pictures of Avengers 4, like
oh really?
Like set pics, yeah, and like the people that are in the people that you see the most is Thor, all the original members and Ant-Man.
Yeah,
right?
I know. Yeah, I heard he's gonna come in.
And he's gonna be in probably a lot of Avengers 4.
Yeah.
And basically, they all have like this device on their wrist.
Yeah.
Tony, all the guys, but Ant-Man's it's like a watch for most of them, but for Ant-Man, it's like embedded in his suit.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm guessing is Hank Pym, the guy from Ant-Man, he developed the technology for them to go back in time. And then if you look at the set pictures, they all look like they did in Avengers 1, except Tony. Tony looks old.
Oh yeah?
He looks older, but everyone else looks like they did in Avengers 1. Like Captain America's back in Captain America's back in
his original suit.
Yeah, original suit. Everyone's in the original costumes. Their hair's back to.
Is Iron Man using does he look like he's in the new suit or the old?
He's
suit?
just in his regular clothes.
Oh, really?
Like he's in that this shirt that he had on when Loki tried to throw him out the window. He's in the same shirt.
He's gonna come back and find out that Pepper's gone?
You know what? They didn't show her.
They don't let you know.
Yeah, that's cool. Right.
You
cool.
don't know if he gets back and like the one woman he loved is gone.
Yeah. That's gonna really drive him crazy. Like, it's like everyone around him just
doesn't have a good time.
Yeah, and Star-Lord even. I didn't expect Star-Lord either.
I didn't expect it either, but I hated him by the end of this movie.
You know, that's because he messed up.
Well, he's just so selfish.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just like they have the guy in their grasp. They're about to get the glove off him, and for some reason he needs to punch him in the face.
Yeah, I don't know.
When the girl asked you to kill her in the first place, like she wanted to die.
Yeah, she did.
Like you got no one to blame but yourself. Like I want to see that character have an arc where he actually like realizes that he's kind of a problem for everybody.
He's kind of he means well. He just very selfish. You know.
Yeah, really.
He makes He's very, you know, but to be honest, if that was a real situation, I think I would have reacted really similar.
You would have started, even though you know that, like, also, I don't understand, like, it's like, can you kill him with the glove on or can you not? Because, like, Gamora stabs him in the neck and that supposedly kills him. But they
No. You know what? That was all fake.
Right, I know it was all fake.
The reality
but I'm
stuff,
curious,
you know?
like, how you can actually, like, it's like, I guess, I don't know how invulnerable he is.
I think, I don't know, maybe remember when Thor hit him in the chest?
Well, he had that special axe, though.
Yeah, he said that if you hit, you should have went for the head.
I know, which he should have. I don't like moments like that.
Maybe if he did,
yeah,
they could have been different. I don't know. I mean, in the comics, like Adam Warlock takes him out. Like it's like
I know.
So it's like I don't know, man. He's a tough guy.
I think Captain Marvel is going to have like the Adam Warlock role in the next one.
That makes sense
because they don't have time to get Adam Warlock out there. But Captain Marvel seems to have like the closest representation to that character.
Well, they're teasing. They're teasing. You know, Adam Warlock with Guardians.
Right. Adam Warlock, and they've confirmed he's going to be in the third one. I believe I heard they said he's going to be in the third one.
Okay.
So, but the third one doesn't count. Obviously, I don't know what in my head for some reason I thought like Spider-Man 2 and like Guardians 3 was coming out before Avengers 4.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently those come out afterwards. So
yeah, they have to
happen right.
The next thing that's coming out is Captain Marvel, I think, right?
Yep.
Captain Marvel.
Well, Ant-Man's coming out later this year.
Ant-Man later this year.
Captain
Marvel, then Avengers 4, then Spider-Man.
Which makes sense because they got to wrap. Like it's just like you can't go back to the main characters until we wrap up what happens.
But how are you gonna like? The world is in a weird place in Ant-Man, so I wonder if they're gonna like
Ant-Man. I think is gonna take place right after Civil War, and it's gonna end right after Infinity War. And I wouldn't be surprised at what happens. This is my guess for like I don't think it's gonna be like the final scene of the movie, but I bet it would be like a cut scene where Hank Pym disappears.
Maybe. Because he has to be the one to develop this technologies. Maybe he develops and disappears.
But he already had the Wasp's outfit. He always has toys we don't know about. Because he had the Wasp outfit the whole time. He didn't even show it to us.
Yeah. I wonder why they didn't start with him. Because he was the first Ant-Man. I wonder.
I think it's because, well, I don't know if you know the comic history of that character, but it's really dark. He's like a wife beater and an alcoholic and like has like real mental problems. Like he's just not a good guy. And I think they just wanted to like. And
it's Disney, so.
Yeah, exactly. I think they just wanted to go right to Scott Lang, who's a little bit more of the friendlier neighborhood Ant-Man.
Yeah, you know who with death I was actually because I like villains. I was really upset at Ebony Maw's death.
Ebony Maw,
the squid looking guy.
Oh yeah.
Iron Man and Spider-Man.
He was good. He was rendered well too. He looked better than the rest of them. They put
that's
a
what I mean.
lot more time in that guy's face.
He was done the best out of the whole Black Order or Thanos' children, whatever.
I was impressed by that. He looked. He
was good, and you're gonna kill him. He's the best one.
Honestly, he looked like what Voldemort should have looked like.
Yeah.
Like he just had like a really kind of human but like weird presence.
And you knew like what he wanted to do. Like he
was well developed too. Yeah, the other ones I was upset with because they're just kind of like
they're all like monsters.
Yeah, they're just like
they
just want to fight.
They just want to fight. Yeah, they're all like animals. Right. And they usually that's the problem they do with a lot of villains that it bothers me a lot. In so many movies where the villain just like like a mindless idiot.
No, the other three you got like the guy who's like the Hulk version of the bad guys. You've got like the Black Widow version of the bad guys, and you've got like the other guy who like is just the male version of that girl.
And they weren't as nearly as powerful as they are in the comics because Black Widow shouldn't be able to just fight you.
I know, yeah, I know. They were kind of more throwaway than we were hoping for. I was really hoping ahead, and I think it's actually I forget who's the actress is. But there's an actual actress playing that character. There's actual actors playing all those characters. So just kind of crazy you put that much attention to the.
And they all went. I guess none of them survived. You know, so.
No, they're all gone.
Yeah, they're all gone,
which I'm kind of happy about.
Yeah, I mean, out of all of them, and they killed Ebony Maw off so early. They killed him like.
Yeah, but he also had the best moments. I'm glad they gave him some good moments.
They gave him great moments.
Yeah.
You know what he made me think of? He reminds me like that's how I imagine if I was a kid. That's how I would imagine like a satanic preacher. You know, like
he was creepy, dude.
He was creepy, and he was telling everyone to rejoice as they're getting stabbed. I know it feels like you're suffering, but you should be rejoicing.
Yeah, those are always the most haunting villains, the ones who are trying to comfort you as they hurt you.
Yeah, he's trying to comfort you. Like he's like, hey, it's okay. You're gonna die, but it's okay.
Yeah, his moments were great, and everything that he was in was great. And I was kind of, although I couldn't help but laugh when they saw that shot of him frozen in space.
Yeah,
he looked so goofy.
I
was one of the only 3 people in the movie theater laughing like loud because it just looked so silly. The way he was just
he looked funny. I'm not gonna lie.
We didn't need to see that. He's gone. He's gone.
He's ugly as hell. And I think I was like so sad when he died. I really was. I was like, no, don't.
I didn't think he was actually dead. I thought he was gonna come back somehow because I expected so much from these characters.
I think I wanted him to be alive.
Yeah,
I was like, I hope Thanos does something and brings him back.
It was almost too easy the way they got rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's probably done.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's frozen.
You never know.
But that's the thing. Yeah, you can bring him back.
He has a fucking glove, Infinity Gauntlet. So he could bring everyone back.
Yeah, I guess he
could. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I don't. That's why that stuff. Like, there's so many moments. Though, one thing I didn't like about this movie was there are so many moments where like there's an obvious choice to be made, and the characters make the opposite choice.
Yeah.
Where it's the Infinity. It's like either the fate of the universe or you can save the one you love, and it's just like I guess I'll save the one I love. It's like you're not gonna be around.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be a universe to enjoy them with.
That's true.
Like he couldn't kill Gamora, but it's like she said, if you don't kill me, he'll get this stone. He's like, I can't do it though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he tried. He tried.
Dude, he took like a good 2 minutes.
And even if he didn't, Thanos would have still.
He might, if he'd been quick with the draw, he might have.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
He would have died too. Thanos would have probably turned him into like some sort of piece of yarn, but still.
He's a very emotional person. You know.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It just like I did like the jokes though about him being fatter because I thought he looked a bit fatter in the last.
No, they don't ever disappoint the Guardians to me. They're always funny.
I like Rocket. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of the rest of them. I like Rocket and Nebula. That's what was happening. I saw they survived.
I like Nebula too. You know what's crazy? Nebula came to the girl that played Nebula. She came to my first year in or second year.
Oh, really?
Like after the first Guardian, she came, but no one recognized her because.
I was about to say I wouldn't even recognize her if I saw her right in front of my face because I saw a picture of her recently, like in an interview. I was like, I had no idea.
Nah, she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't look like. I mean,
when you take away
she's
hair and you turn someone blue and add like electronical stuff to their head, it really just completely and their pupils when you have black eyes.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, completely. I mean, it's a lot of makeup and CGI on her. So like,
dude, I don't know how. It was weird actually. This is when you know you've been in Hollywood too long because the first thing I thought when I saw Vision as him like self just for like a quick scene, I was like, God, that was like must have been 10 hours of makeup just for like 5 minutes. That's gonna be such a struggle.
The funny thing is, I met that dude before Avengers. I met that dude in the club, like
Paul Bettany,
and talked to him for like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He was really, really cool, man.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude.
He told me that he was basically this is where he was. You know, this is how you know what time it was. It was Dark Knight, right?
Yeah.
He was telling me that he's gonna do that he got called back.
Oh,
so he could.
Who was he getting called back?
Joker. He was gonna be Joker. He would have been a good Joker.
He would have been an interesting one
because he looks. Because if you think about it,
he looks kind of like the one in the video game in Arkham Asylum.
He looks menacing.
Yeah,
he doesn't look without makeup. He looks like a scary dude.
Well, he played the that bad ghost character in Da Vinci Code. Which was a scary dude.
That's what I think made him say, "Hey, let's give him a shot." I don't know. I mean, I still think they made a great choice with him.
He got so lucky because I know when he took the job of Jarvis, there's no way they planned on making him Vision. Like
maybe they did.
I mean, I don't know.
It might have.
Like Marvel has made so many turns. Like what's crazy about Infinity War 2 is just like when I think about that first introduction of Thanos and the way that he was introduced, they clearly did not know they were going to be going this route with his backstory and like what he's doing. Because like, the original idea is that Thanos is only like trying to court death. He's literally trying to get death to want to like screw him.
Yeah.
But that they clearly had to drop that because it would have been way more complicated than necessary.
Yeah, it's already it has so many things going on already. Like, you know what I was afraid of? Because the Russo brothers, they also directed Civil War and Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is probably my favorite one.
I wish I saw what everyone else saw in it, man. I'm just not as into it. I wish I liked. I gotta watch it again. I feel
you know what it is. You know what it is about all the Captain America movies. Their pacing is slower.
Yeah,
you know it's a lot.
Well,
slower.
I love the first one. The first one actually gets me emotional when he jumps on that grenade.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
That's a great moment.
That's one of the greatest moments.
Right. That's the Captain America. The first one has like these really great moments throughout them. And just like this is like, it's so cool. He was kind of a hero before he even got the juice.
Yeah.
And it's like fun to see him come to terms with that. Winter Soldier, I just felt like I just kind of I kind of lost that.
I think I was alone on this, and I'm not afraid to admit it. when they originally casted him, Chris Evans, and I didn't think he was the right choice.
No, me neither.
I didn't think
I think a lot of people didn't think that.
I was
we're
like,
all
nah.
just went older.
I was like, no. I mean, he just doesn't.
We were all looking for like a John Hamm type, is what I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I think he
owns it now. I can't imagine anybody else.
He did great. Yeah, he did great. I mean, it looks like, if it goes according to the comics, like Winter Soldier should take his place, or Bucky should take his place.
I want to see Falcon take his place, because that's what happened, and it wouldn't make any sense.
He doesn't have any powers.
It wouldn't make any sense.
He doesn't have any powers.
Dude, he seemed. I felt bad for him because he seemed the most likely to get killed during the Wakanda battle. Because I'm just like, you're just not like, all they gotta do is like put your wings on fire and you're dead. Like, you don't really have much going for you.
No, he doesn't. I don't know. I never was too. I like the actor. Yeah, I think he's dope, but I was never big on him.
You know what? Actually, what I'd love to see, and I know this is like so like against what people probably would want, but I'd love to see Black Panther become the new Captain America.
That'd be cool, but he's Wakandan.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be nice for us to be like, you know what? We're all like, it doesn't matter where you come from. Like, if you stand for it, you stand for it.
So Iron Man. So at this point, Iron Man and Captain America contracts it up. It looks like they're not going to go past 4. So what happens after that? Like,
I don't think they can both die, because that would just be such an easy way out, don't you think?
Yeah, it will. It is, but it's also bad for the franchise, because those are your 2 biggest money makers, and those are your 2 biggest characters, and like, it's hard to replace that charisma that Robert Downey has.
If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be where we are.
No,
because it was because they came out with Incredible Hulk before Iron Man, and everyone's like, that was okay.
Yeah.
But then Iron Man came out, everyone's like, I want to see more of this.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one that really pushed next to the first Iron Man is what really was the start of everything.
Yeah,
everyone
and
knows that.
That's why Robert Downey Jr. makes like literally like 100 times more than everybody else on set, because he is the face of the franchise.
He is. And then
I think he'll survive, and Captain America will die.
That sounds like.
And that way, if they ever want to
right.
maybe 5 to 7 years from now, when they want to get like Downey again just for a quick cameo, they can still pay him to do that.
Yeah.
But like I think because that character also has almost died so many times you kind of expect him to that I kind of almost expect him to like live out his life.
Yeah, I don't want him to die. I don't want him to die. I've been actually like depressed before the movie came out. Like, hope he doesn't die. Hope he doesn't die. Even though I knew he was going to be in 4. So I mean, I guess
was kind of cool with it. And then when he got stabbed, I was like, God, he really that RDJ. He really sells like that pain of losing your life.
Yeah, I felt really bad for him. I feel bad for him when Spider-Man died.
He's a guy I like seeing get screwed, because he is like I love him, but it's just like he always sets himself up to get like the short end of a stick.
He's very arrogant, so sometimes you like to see him. All right,
yeah, that's what you get. Like
Were you surprised at Gamora dying?
I didn't. Another scene where just like, don't you know where this is going?
Yeah.
Like she's just like yelling at her dad's face for like a good 2 minutes, like, oh, you don't love anything more than yours. It's like you realize like he's about to grab you and throw you off the ledge.
You could run. You could have ran so many times.
And I love that she tried to kill herself as if that's gonna solve it, because I'm just like, all he has to do is kill you. Like you just have to die. And it also was a weird cut though. I don't know if you noticed this, but it's weird the way she's falling and then it just cuts to her body.
Yeah.
Like sprawled on the ground for like a good solid 30 seconds. It's like, I didn't just see that.
The funny thing is, I don't know why. I like looking at the audience to see their reaction. Everyone looked like they were just shocked out of their minds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I kind of saw it coming. The moment he said it's a soul for a soul, I'm like, okay, so he's gonna kill. Because they worked so hard to suddenly wedge in the fact that he likes her.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really know that. I didn't know that until this movie, that he really actually enjoyed like Gamora. I didn't know he had thought she was gonna take his throne.
Yeah.
So when I realized that, I mean, that's the thing. It's like you watch so many movies, you get kind of familiar with like the tropes. And I just was like, okay, she's gonna get thrown off the ledge. But that kind of like sucks, because I had no idea he even cared about her.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? The funny thing is, when I really read on him, he thinks he's a good guy. You know what I mean? Thanos really, really believes that he's doing the right thing.
Well, yeah.
This is what his planet didn't survive because it was overpopulated.
Right.
And his brain is, I am going to even kill my own daughter so your planet can survive.
Right.
Because that's his thought process. The universe can survive.
Yeah,
Trust me, I'm the only one that knows this.
Right.
And I care that much that I will kill the person that I love the most to save you guys.
Right.
I'm trying to just save you. Why are you fucking with me? That's probably his mind state. Like, why are you guys messing with me? So in a sense, that's why I really like that character.
I do love how his argument is always like, hey guys, it's random.
Yeah.
I'm not picking anyone to die. I'm just going to do it randomly. Don't worry, man. Like,
that's what makes him a decent guy, really. He's like, I'm not going to just kill the poor, the rich. I'm going to kill I'm gonna kill the people. I'm gonna make it fair and
Make
make
it fair
random.
and just keep all the originals.
Yeah, and keep it all originals, which is a mistake.
Didn't seem that random after that though.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah,
seem so random.
It didn't seem so random. They should have done. They should have maybe
Like,
kept.
at the very least, you think the guy who just shoved an axe in your chest would have disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Like, you think that might have been a little bit on a thought process.
They're like everyone random but him. He just put an axe in my chest. I don't know. I don't know. I was really happy with it. I think Josh Brolin just did a great job.
Josh Brolin did a great job.
God,
man.
he did a great job, and he's playing Cable in 3 weeks. So
it is crazy. He's killing it right now.
his agent is great. That's the greatest agent of all times. I mean, Jesus.
What were you expecting the end credits to be? Because I was. So what was funny was when the car came up, someone said like, "I bet it's gonna be Deadpool." I'm like, that would be hilarious if it was Deadpool.
Yeah, he just
But there's no way he'd fit in that universe.
Fox, yeah, he would be great. It would be funny.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I was reading something else where like Thanos, a girl, Lady Death dates Thanos and Deadpool.
Yes,
That's hilarious.
Thanos is trying to get Lady Death to date him. That's why he gets the gauntlet or whatever. But yeah, later down the road, Deadpool wants to date Death.
Yeah, and then he kills Deadpool, and then he makes her, and then she makes him bring him back to life.
Oh, really?
Because I guess she likes Deadpool. He's probably a fun guy.
They actually do. From what I know, they actually have a pretty intimate relationship. Go figure. Him and Death actually get along really well. They like each other.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy. You think Death would like Deadpool, but I guess that makes sense. Death is like someone who's has a little bit of levity to them.
I think he's so likable. Like he's such a funny guy. He's a fun guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's a very fun guy.
I'm really sad we don't get to see that Donald Glover version of the character. Do you hear about that? Donald Glover was hired to create a cartoon series of Deadpool. But apparently they canceled it because it's just the script was way too dark.
Oh man!
And he dropped 5 pages of the script on Twitter.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know about that.
Oh yeah, no, it sounded really good. Especially if I think they're going to try to get someone else to play the voice. But honestly, I would love to have Donald Glover do the voice.
Oh man, that guy, he gets a lot.
Man.
Yeah, God damn, he gets a lot of opportunities. Even the stand-up. You see the special?
Yeah, it's a special.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too crazy about it, but.
I mean, it's not my thing, but it's still, it's just like, you know what it is? Like, I still respect anyone who can get that much success.
Do that. Yeah, do that. Get rap, do acting. Like, he's everywhere, man. So who do you, they say that some deaths are permanent.
Who's they?
I mean, that's what I'm hearing. Well, the Russo brothers say.
Well, Loki's dead. Loki's gone.
Not coming back.
I didn't like how he died. I wanted him to have I wanted him to try something bigger. I just thought it was weird that he thought he was gonna get one over on Thanos by hiding a dagger behind his back.
Yeah, that was
the
just
lamest, easiest way to get rid of him. I was like, come on, man.
Because he's smarter than that.
Right.
He's a smart guy.
Right.
He's a real clever dude.
Right.
You know, like,
he's just gonna kneel and then try to.
It did complete his arc, though. I mean, he
You knew he was a nice guy. You knew him and Thor were gonna be still in love with each other at the end of it.
And then, God, he was like, no resurrections this time, and they got rid of him.
I mean, Loki's gone for good. We know Spider-Man, Black Panther have to come back. That's the thing. I feel like honestly, we're gonna lose most of the people who are still here. I think we're gonna get back all the people we lost, but we're gonna lose.
That's how I see it too.
And that makes sense because what'll happen is like in the process of trying to get the glove or the stones back or the reality back, they'll lose some people, but they'll realize that in order to reverse things, they'll have to keep. They can't reverse everything. They'll only get back the people they lost, but not the people they lost after the event. And that might be their way of getting around that because, I mean, yeah, I guess you could lose Falcon for good.
Yeah, no, I don't care about it.
I hate to see. Yeah, he's pretty. You could have lost Rhodey too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
You probably lose Rhodey in the next one.
Yeah, probably.
It was so weird, by the way, that like in Wakanda, all of a sudden Rhodey and Banner had their Iron Man outfits, and I didn't see where they came from. They just had them on. I'm like, where did they get those?
He probably brought them on the plane. They had a big plane, right?
A big plane, I guess.
I like what they did with Hulk.
Oh yeah, no, my friend was annoyed that like Hulk wouldn't come out, but I was like, no, it was cool to see Banner finally get his moment to be Banner and win. And I liked the whole like he uses the Hulk Buster armor to get the guy like.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Yeah, it kind of made you wonder. The crazy thing is, it was pretty misleading because
they had that shot in the trailer.
In the trailer, the Hulk is running with them in Wakanda.
That's Marvel. That's the future of movies now. That's the future of blockbusters. Now, when you watch a trailer, you are watching a commercial that is made to sell you to go in the seat, but you have no idea what you're going to see. Because that's happened that happened in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Where we saw her like face to face with a TIE fighter, and that wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, it's becoming so commonplace for them to sell us a movie on moments that are not even going to be in there. And it's gonna get, I think it's gonna get kind of annoying now because we're gonna see we're gonna watch literally a whole entire trailer that's not in the movie.
And that's great.
It's great, but it's also kind of like, wait a minute, I want to know what I'm coming to go see.
Yeah, I mean, my girl doesn't like it. She's like, this is false advertisement.
Yeah,
and
to me, it's
like,
kind of bait and switch.
But you know what? As long as it's not like,
there's no point in me watching the trailer.
If you see the Silver Surfer in the trailer and he's not in the movie, that would piss me off.
Right, that's kind of, so it's like I could see that kind of stuff happening.
Yeah, I mean,
you saw Hulk in the trailer and he wasn't in it.
There was a rumor that Silver Surfer was in it. You know,
that would have been crazy.
Because that's who, like, what happened to Hulk. I think in the comics that happens to Silver Surfer. Well,
that makes sense.
Well, Thanos punches him, but in this one, you know, he gets transferred. But you know,
Thanos punches him. Punches.
I think he like punches him to Earth.
Oh, that's funny.
And then he lands to Earth. And he's like, "Hey guys,
I kind of wanted to see more of like what Thanos can do. I just felt like he would be able to do a little bit more. He's just kind of a brawler, I guess.
Yeah, he could fight though. He could fight. You know what's crazy? He has no weakness. Like, he could fight. He could. I mean, they said his only weakness is love. Because he actually loves. You know what I mean? So that's his weakness.
Well, he could kill Gamora, so what else is he gonna love?
Yeah, so I guess that's it for that.
Yeah.
But he could fight. He could fight. He's really intelligent. He's very patient. You know what I mean? He plans well. You know, he says, God, how do you beat that guy? And he's strong. You know what I thought was great though? I mean, we should have maybe talked about this earlier. I liked how they introduced him. Like, they showed him, because they made him fight probably the two toughest characters.
Right.
And just beat the shit out of him. It wasn't even like a struggle. He just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And that was a great way.
The beginning of that movie was a great introduction to the whole situation.
And they showed you right off the bat, this is a bad motherfucker.
Right. I love that your introduction of Thor is he's already been beaten.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he's already says, I know what it's like to lose, man. Must suck. And I'm just like, that's great.
No, and also I like most of everything in the trailers is pretty much, I would say 80% or 80 to 90% of what you saw in the trailers, it was in the first 40 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Like most things.
Now, that was a good feeling to like, the only thing that wasn't, pretty much anything what you saw in Wakanda is related to the movie. And even that wasn't really a spoiler.
And Tony crying, so that always made you wonder, like, or sad.
But you know what's funny? That was a scene that I forgot about. And when I finally saw the scene, when you see why he's crying, you're like, oh man, that is intense. Yeah. Like that moment was earned.
Yeah. Yeah, he
tried to save Peter Parker.
Yeah, and then he did, and then the fact that he came with him.
And that's what I liked so much about that moment was that just like, because like I said, he's always trying to kill himself. He's always trying to sacrifice himself for everyone. And this was a moment where he sacrificed himself for everyone, and everyone else died except for him.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of like unexpected consequences for being like, you know, the hero that I like to see, because that's hard to deal with. To be like, I did everything I thought I had to do to make sure that like no one else got hurt but me, and now I'm all alone on this rock with this robot girl, and everyone else around me has just disappeared and died.
That's true. It's kind of like
and as far as he knows, Captain America and everyone else is gone too.
Yeah,
he has no idea what's going on.
He has no idea, which is probably fucking with him.
Right? Yeah. No, he's like, oh, what did I just do?
Yeah, and then I think another cool thing they did was they didn't let Iron Man and Cap make up yet.
I know that I will say this, like on a thematic level, like everything was really smart that they did, because they gave us a movie that felt like an event and felt like a culmination of everything we've been building up to, but they still gave us something to want to see in the next movie, which is the reuniting of like those two guys, the actual Avengers getting back together and finally doing like that actual boss battle. It's kind of like we just saw the first two acts of like this of the Infinity War story, and now the third act's gonna come in that last movie.
Jesus, I wish they did it like. You're not as young as I thought. But but look, you remember Back to the Future 2 and 3?
Of course.
They came. I mean, you might have watched them, but I remember them coming out in theaters. They came out like 3 months apart.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
didn't
remember
realize
that
because I remember the third movie coming out in theaters, but I didn't know the second one had been in theaters. I guess my parents didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, I remember it came out like 3.
I remember they were filmed pretty close to each other.
They came out like 3 months apart, and I was like, "Good, this is more satisfying."
Yeah, no, you definitely, if you're gonna do a cliffhanger in your movie, you got to make sure the movie's coming out within a year.
Well, at least this is at least a year.
Wasn't Matrix the one that did it in 6 months? Weren't they the ones where they had like Matrix like Revolutions, then Reloaded came out like 6 months later? That's the way I prefer it. I like seeing both movies in the same year.
Yeah,
because I get so impatient, man.
I mean, it's a year. Yeah. I mean, but a year is better than 2 or 3. If it was like 3 years, but they couldn't. It would mess up everything.
But yeah, no.
That means you got to push back Black Panther.
Honestly, I'm already kind of bored with Westworld because it's been like so long since like the first season came out. I was like, I don't care, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I also think if you take too long, it just, you know, people just get sick of it. They're like, oh, you know what, I'm done.
That's what's smart about them putting Ant-Man and Captain Marvel in between these two, because I feel like what they're going to do is they're going to inform us about things that are going to make the next movie make more sense and make what happened in Infinity War make more sense. Because Captain Marvel, she's like involved in stuff that I'm sure Thanos was involved in the past. So I think we'll get a better idea of like what she's capable of and what she'll bring to the table in the next film.
I'm curious of what she does, like, because they said Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm excited about that though, because we haven't seen a movie. We've seen 80s, we've seen 70s, 60s. I want to see a 90s movie.
90s is cool.
I'm glad we're finally at that age now where we get to see 90s movies.
Yeah, it's so sad because they're like it makes me feel old that it's like 90s is considered vintage.
It is crazy, right? I remember when we thought that was like, it never gets any better than this.
Yeah.
Dial-up and AOL Instant Messenger.
90s was the best because 90s was the last generation before social media really took control of everything.
Yeah.
So
the internet became like in our pockets.
Yeah. So I love that. I mean, 90s were some of the best times.
No,
man.
I feel like we got a very rare opportunity to see that shift actually happen in real time, because it's like I can talk to older people and still know where they're coming from because I get what it's like to have only one phone in the house.
Yeah. I remember, like, God, in the 90s were the best time, man, because it was just, it's like just the right amount of communication.
I don't want to get off topic, but it's weird, like, it's because we do look at it as a simpler time, right? But do you feel like kids now and look back at, like, 2010 and 2020, being like, oh, it was a simpler time back then, man, like, the internet just was in your pocket, it wasn't in your brain, like, I don't know if it's like, because it does feel like it was a simpler time back in the 90s.
Yeah, it was. Now literally, like, I could have literally watched Infinity War on my phone before it even came out.
Yeah,
like I literally found clips. Yes, I found I could have pieced it together. I tried
hard to avoid clips. And I watched the fight with Captain America in the beginning. That scene that they dropped.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I saw that.
I wanted to see that, and I watched the little argument Tony and Star-Lord have.
Now I fucking did this the day before I watched the movie. I fucking made the biggest mistake. I did. I searched on YouTube. Infinity War, and then I just see what got posted today, and it was like death of Gamora, death of Star-Lord, death of. So I was like, it's not that bad because in my head I just lied to myself and said, "Oh, this is bullshit. Somebody just made this."
Yeah, I didn't come across a lot of that, but I felt like, you know what? There's so many people there's so many people who could die, and it could go any other way that anyone could lie about. You don't even know. Like if someone had told you like Tony Stark and like and Captain America die, you'd be like, probably, maybe, I don't know. Like you don't know.
I would have believed it.
You could have believed it.
I didn't believe Gamora was gonna die. I was like, I don't think she's gonna. I didn't believe Star-Lord was gonna die.
I didn't believe Star-Lord was gonna die either, but I was happy when he did, man. I was just like, because he was in the way of everyone. They'll probably get something done now.
The funny thing is, if he died, this is the weird thing. He made that plan. Remember, so it was a perfect plan to take out Thanos. It was perfect, but the problem is like. You also fucked your own plan, you know, like you fucking, and I'm not gonna lie to me. I'm not gonna lie, man. If I was in that position, say this shit was real, I would have probably reacted the same way. I don't know.
I mean, I'm a cold-hearted person, though, and I'm also very pragmatic. Like I've gotten hurt enough in love. Like I know how relationships go now. I'm just like, honestly, I get it. It's not worth it. Yeah. But down the road, I'll be because after that, I'll do even if we are together. But like, you know what? This whole universe came to the cost of this. Like, why are you acting like this? Like, well, let's just try to get along. Like, I don't want to deal with this right now. You made me wish I had just kept it stoned.
So you have no problem killing You have no problem.
Dude, kill me if you got it for the rest of the universe.
Kill my girl. It's all good.
I'll kill myself if I have to. I guess I'm more like Tony Stark in that way. Like I'll sacrifice myself if I have to. I'll sacrifice anything I have to make sure that we're keeping like the world intact. At the same time, though, if like Thanos like I'm only gonna kill half the people, I'm like, it kind of makes sense too.
No, it makes to me it makes
Dude,
sense.
Like, living in today's world, I see where he's coming from.
Honestly,
there's too many people out there.
I'm worse at that. I would do like 80%. Like, let me snap one more. Let me do half a snap.
Down to 50, man. We'll save more time with 80.
Get rid of like that guy from that mic a few weeks ago. Get rid of Sammy, whatever. A few guys. Get rid of a few guys. That guy, snap out. You're an asshole. The guy that cuts you off, that flicks you off, snap on him too. Like, fuck this guy, man. Like,
no, I'm with you, man. We can start back at 10%. I think we'd be fine.
Literally, yes. I'm gonna be honest. I said this to somebody. I know this is cruel and this is off topic, but I do believe 80% of people are worthless.
And I think if they could just acknowledge that about themselves, we'd all be happier.
Yeah,
it's hard. I was talking to someone yesterday, or being like, it's like if people were more honest in relationships, you think we'd have better relationships? I'm like, we'd have more honest relationships, but a lot more people would be alone.
Yeah.
Because the majority of us, we're just not really useful.
No, we're not.
No, we're just taking up space.
Yeah, most people are taking up space. Yeah. Really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mean. I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you start feeling a certain way, like, wow, I should kill myself. Don't.
Just watch Infinity War with the idea that Thanos is the hero, and maybe you'll kind of understand where some people are coming from.
It's crazy because it was pretty much his movie.
It was, and you know what? Like I really liked that ending scene because like he looked like a general who had won the war.
Yeah.
And what I love is that grayness of it's just like history is made by the winners,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see from his perspective like it was like it came at a huge cost, which he says at the end.
Yeah.
But it was worth it, and he did the right thing. And from his mindset,
From his standpoint,
it's just like this is how it needs to be.
Yeah. He lost everybody.
Thanos?
Yeah, he lost everybody. He lost all his friends.
I don't know if he liked those people.
He had to. I mean, he had at least Ebony Maw because he was like, this day is cost. What did he say? It cost him a lot.
Right.
It cost him. He's even in death. He didn't fail me. Like he still gave him like love. You know what I mean? He was
I guess that's true.
Like he recognized like he's never. Remember he was like I've never failed. I've never failed. He said he was like I've never failed Thanos. You know.
Also,
what I mean?
I love how when they're on that ship, by the way, because they get rid of Ebony Maw and they're on the ship. They don't know how to turn it around.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't Doctor Strange able to make portals to go around the entire universe anywhere he wants to go? Like, can't he just like do a quick circle and just like walk back into New York?
He should have. Yeah, he could have done that, right?
Right. Just like I always, that's the problem I have with these movies. I always get caught up in like the logic of like their world.
I do that. I do that all the time.
Wizard, like he can go wherever he wants.
He gets wizard
the guy
back.
traveled over the entire universe and every possible reality the first time he became Doctor Strange. Like why he can't just?
You could have caught Thanos in a time loop.
Right.
You know,
right.
Just like he did at the end of his movie.
Well, I think that's what he did. Because that's I think what we saw when he was shaking with those million possibilities, that's pretty much what it looked like when he was with what's his name in his first movie.
Yeah.
Because he went through he went through an endless amount of like experiences that like I gave up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what he was doing. I think that's what the time stone does for him is like he can just see every possibility.
So after Avengers 4, like because like this is
I have no idea where they're going with it after this.
Like
dude.
who
I'm
could be
tapping out, though. I'll tell you
a
that
villain?
much.
Who could be a villain after this?
Oh, I've heard. Well, they could have Death. Death herself could become a villain.
That's true.
They could have they haven't done what's his name Maleficent. Not Maleficent. It's the devil. It's Satan, but they call him something else.
Yeah.
Malachi or whatever.
And Magnus.
I don't know who that is.
I mean, who's the bad guy in Fantastic Four?
Oh, there's Galacticus.
Galactus. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Galactus.
I think Final Four. I know Fantastic Four is coming back in the comic version.
Yeah,
and they're obviously going to Is Disney actually going to buy Fox? Is that still happening?
I think they said it's happening.
If that happens,
negotiating.
If that happens, they've hit a jackpot because that means they can literally shift from Avengers back to X-Men and like all the mutant stories and having the Fantastic.
Well, they could have Avengers versus X-Men too.
I might want to see that.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
But Jesus, these budgets are gonna go crazy because you can't.
When I was watching this movie, man, I was just like the amount of money that must have been spent on this. Because here's the thing. One thing I'll say, like sometimes I do feel like they're lazy in these movies. Like I felt like there were some lazy moments in Spider-Man, lazy moments in Black Panther. But this movie, like you could just tell, like they put every cent they had on that screen and every piece of moment in time. They just like we're gonna make sure we get as much out of this as possible.
What is the budget? $500 million.
I mean, the highest budget I've ever heard was $250 million, but I feel like it's got to be more than that.
I think it was 5.
Oh yeah, makes sense. So the price of 2 movies.
I think it was 5. But they're gonna make that probably the first weekend. I think in the U.S. alone, they're gonna do like 240.
That was the crazy thing about this. Is like I liked the movie and I was satisfied, but I don't think I'm ever gonna watch it again. I don't think I need to see it again.
I'll watch it when it comes out on DVD.
I don't know.
Or it comes out on.
I watched Avengers like 5 times.
Yeah.
That movie was incredible to me. That movie, like, I still think about it. There's just watching them come together was great. But this movie, I'm just kind of like, okay, now I want to see the next one. Like, I just don't. I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'll watch it again. It was the crazy thing is it went so fast. The pacing was so fast
they did a great
that
job
it
with
didn't
that.
feel like 2 hours and 30 minutes. It felt like about an hour and a half.
Both Avengers, the first one did that too. It's just like they get to
That
this
one
moment
fast.
where you just feel like it's like, okay, where are we going with this? And that's good.
It went really fast. I think my favorite part of Avengers 1 was when Tony was like, that guy's playing Gallagher. I don't know. That
was a good
That was my
moment.
favorite part. I don't know why.
That was fun.
You thought we wouldn't noticed, but we did. That was my favorite part. So where does this rank to you amongst for you personally amongst all the Marvel movies?
Well, I got a weird taste. I don't know why, but Iron Man 3 is still my favorite one. I know why, because I thought that was a really good.
Never heard anybody say that.
Yeah, Iron Man 3 is still my favorite one. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Iron Man 3 is my second favorite. I like Captain America: First Avenger the most. That one, because that's just a really good superhero origin story, and just like I love the fact that it's about a guy who like already kind of was heroic, but he just like he basically gets like handed the golden goose and still has to make hard decisions. I thought that was good. Iron Man 3 I liked a lot because it was just cool to see like this story about Tony Stark having to like come to terms with PTSD and like his and his gripes. Avengers is probably right after that because that's just a great like team up movie. I would probably put like Avengers Infinity War like 5 or 6 maybe.
5 or 6?
Maybe even 7. It's definitely better than Ultron. And I like, and,
Yeah,
I wanted to love Ultron.
Ultron was
to love it.
cool.
Civil
I mean, it was
War,
okay.
I'd probably put Civil War on top of.
I like
Infinity
Civil War. I like Civil War better.
Yeah, me too. Because the Civil War is that like the one thing this was missing that Civil War and Avengers has is that like there's those moments where people are using their powers against each other, and it's cool to see how like each person matches up. Like in Civil War, you have Ant-Man, like, you know, using the giant ability, which is like, wow, I've never seen that before. And it's cool to see how it works with like all the other characters, how the Vision just flies right through him. Like just seeing the characters learn about each other was fun. In Avengers, you see like Iron Man meeting Thor for the first time, and that was fun. But you didn't get any of that in Infinity War. You didn't get anyone being kind of like amazed and shocked by people's powers.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, here it is.
Because you've seen most people's powers by now, you know?
But also, like, you know, you don't see the characters having to figure out how to deal with each other. They just kind of fight. They just kind of brawl each other.
I feel like Vision always gets fucked up.
Dude, I thought Vision seemed much more powerful.
He should be more powerful.
He gets cut, and all of a sudden, he just can't even stand anymore.
He gets cut. He can't stand. You remember even in Ultron, he got fucked up for a while. He couldn't fight. In Civil War, he got fucked up by Scarlet Witch. Like everyone fucks you up. I don't know. I just don't think. I don't know. He needs to be a little tougher.
Yeah, no, he was really weak, dude.
Yeah.
He was really.
And he's probably done.
Useless.
Yeah, he's pretty much done too.
But he'll come back.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I like him.
Should have killed him off.
I like the. I guess to me, I guess meeting him before was like him being a cool dude. It makes you like the person more. You know? What I mean?
Yeah. When he got that gem ripped out of his head, that actually looked agonizing.
Yeah, it made me sad.
They did a good job making that look gruesome.
Yeah,
I just thought he was just gonna pull it out of its casing, but you see like his brain come out. I was like, oh god, man.
Yeah, I mean, the sad thing is like they can't do that to people. The one thing that would be cool. That would be cool if he did it. You know, this is my only thing.
I mean, in real life, we just can't just. Put brains out.
I was really sad about the deaths not being more crucial. I would have liked to see him beat Panther to death, or like.
Yeah, no. Throughout the movie, I was kind of being upset, like no one's really dying in this movie. But then I realized when you realize where they're going with it, where they're trying to hit you with it, was like that actually might be the strongest move though, because it's just like what a great way to be like, oh no, people are gonna die, and it all happens at once.
It would have been cool if. I think the most beloved new character, so they killed Black Panther. At least one of those, like it would be great if they like ripped Winter Soldier's arm off and beat him to death with it, or like Black Panther, like one or two more.
It would have been nice to see one of them actually be like killed in the middle of war,
just beaten to death.
Yeah,
not by war, by Thanos. Just beat you to death. Thanos just punches you in the head and your head falls off.
I mean, he had his moment. He almost did it at Stark, man. He almost had Stark, but you know, Strange apparently needed Stark to survive in order to get all the stones back.
Yeah, he did. Like, I mean, he's the smartest guy.
Strange?
No, I mean, he's him and Stark, but I mean, Stark's a smart guy as far as like he just has all the like he has all the devices.
Yeah, he's always been good at making technology to solve problems. But Strange has, I mean, at least it seems like where he's growing, he's more philosophically smart. Like he knows because he can see every possibility. He has to come to terms with like the vastness of the universe.
Yeah.
Strange sees a big picture. Stark can look at the details.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, God. So I guess and then 4, Strange isn't gonna like all of them. They're not gonna be in it that much probably.
When that's why I'm so much more excited about this next movie because it's so much more fun to see a movie when everyone's like, how are they gonna get through this now? Like, where do you go from here?
Because they're at a down point. No lives.
It's like in Game of Thrones after the Red Wedding. Yeah, you're just like, okay, what do we do now? Like, what's gonna happen? People were at the end of the movie. People were people that know comic books or watched it, they were happy. But the people that didn't, that don't really, they were upset. I gotta imagine if you were a kid watching this, you're pretty upset. You were probably crying when you left. I was thinking about that as I was a kid, and you grew up on these Marvel movies, and you just watched like your favorite like Black Panther just like disintegrate into dust in front of your eyes. You watch Wanda just like kind of like just fall into the wind. You're like, that's gotta scare the crap out of you.
Yeah.
My nightmares as a kid was falling into pieces. So like that must be terrifying.
Yeah, it must have been terrifying. But it's also good because like good guys always win. Let the bad guys have one movie. This is like Empire Strikes Back.
Well, this was definitely,
right?
and I like how nowadays instead of like having like 3 movies where like the middle one's the bad one, we now have 4 movies where like the third one's a 2-parter, and the first part's the bad stuff, and then the second part's when they come back.
Yeah, I mean it should be. I'm excited to see the next one. It's just I guess the wait time, and the cool thing is now they're dropping like 4 movies a year.
Right, which why I'm like, it's like they better have a good. I mean, they better have a good plan to keep me up because I think I'm just gonna have to tap out after the last one.
Yeah, honestly, like I think this one made me tired, and I never thought I would get to that point.
Like it got me back to be invested, watch the next 3 films, but after that, I just like I can't keep watching. Like I can't keep keeping track of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it depends where they go with it.
If they find a good place to go with it, yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm amenable to like new ideas.
Yeah,
but
no,
I don't need to watch the universe get saved like 15 more times.
Yeah, you can't keep going because it's the same plot. This guy is gonna end civilization,
right?
Every time,
right?
Like, that's why I did like I really, that's why I really appreciated Homecoming because it's like the villain was just like
I liked the villain.
I like the villain, man.
It's honestly just Spider-Man and his actions.
Yeah, I know you're not a big fan. I just like the villain because he was like, look, man, I just want to feed my family.
I liked him more. I was kind of rooting for him, dude. I got a bad for him. I know what it's like to have.
He's not a bad guy, and then he wasn't a snitch. You remember they're like, hey, I heard you know Spider-Man. Like, nope, I don't know. He was like, no. Because he did say the funny thing is he saved him and his daughter. So I think he kind of like was like, all right, he did save me and my kid. But
no, when he took that, you know what's funny is like the way I always saw that character is when he took that gun out. He was never going to shoot that kid. He was just trying to scare him.
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever intending on actually hurting the kid. In fact, that would have been a great way to end it. It's like he actually ended up saving Spider-Man from almost getting hurt because he realizes like this is just a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just a kid. But he did threaten the shit out. He said, I'll kill you.
Scare him.
I'll kill you and everybody you love. It's funny because he's really dope, man. And he was kind of funny. Remember when he actually killed his friend?
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't the guy who wanted to kill people.
Yeah, no, he does. He just wants to make his money. And I like that how he got screwed. Remember at the beginning he got screwed. He was like, he's trying to take care of his workers.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get where he was coming.
You get where he's coming from. You get where Killmonger was coming from. Thanos. I get. Honestly, I get all the villains.
I would have loved more. I would have loved more background with Thanos. I wanted to know more about it. He did. Yeah. They hint at him having a very rich life, and I would have watched more of it. Honestly.
I mean, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes still, and you could have got more. Because like
there's definitely scenes they cut out because I do think there were scenes we saw in the trailer that were shot but never shown. And I would honestly I probably could have done another 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's about it though.
Oh yeah, no. After that, I've been like, let's get sober.
I was getting tired, man, and then I don't know. You know what's even funnier? Watching people go to the bathroom. They're running to the bathroom.
Really? We didn't have any of those, but then maybe I didn't notice.
But yeah, I noticed weird shit like that because it was also very packed theater. I was like, yours is super packed, right?
Oh yeah, well, only because in LA because we have so many showings, do you not get people in the front row? Yeah. But it was packed otherwise.
Yeah, it's packed. Okay,
5 more minutes.
So you have the most interesting list I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, I'm a real movie nerd and I'm a real story nerd, and the things that get me enjoying a movie is not the stuff I think most people. I just really like character development. Like I really like being like that seems like a real person to me, and like I love that kind of like Greek tragedy stuff where it's just like, oh wow, that came at a cost, and like the person had to make a tough decision because that's the stuff where it's like makes me wonder like what would I do in that situation? Like how would I handle it? So the movies that resonate the most to me are the ones that made me be like, I have an idea who this character is.
Now I like your list because it's I've never seen a list like it, but I get it.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
No, I like that because everyone has a similar list.
Yeah,
most people. I mean, most people put Black Panther 1 or 2,
and it frustrates
most people
me.
put 1.
And that's the reasoning just bothers me.
You know what I said this. You know what Black Panther is? I'm sorry, people. Black Panther is Dark Knight Rises. It's the same thing. The guy, he gets fucked up.
Yeah.
You think he's dead.
Yeah.
He comes back. You know what I mean? He beats the guy. Like it's the same exact. To me, it's the same exact thing.
And also just like it just honestly, I thought that the animation was like the cheapest I've seen in the movie so far. Like that time when him and Killmonger are fighting in like the cave, like it just looked like It looked like a
It
cartoon.
didn't look that great.
man.
Yeah, it didn't look
it's
that
like
great.
it felt like they were banking so much off the fact that it was like the first black superhero that they didn't try as hard to make it as powerful moves as they could. I felt like they felt like it was a free throw. I really did.
Kind of. I mean,
And honestly, I liked Black Panther more in Civil War. I thought the character was more interesting in Civil War.
Yeah, he was.
a lot more interesting when he was brooding.
it honestly
When
like
he's got nothing to lose, he's just kind of like, oh. Well.
maybe that should have been a part of the beginning of Black Panther.
Yeah, no, I felt like that movie. Here's the thing: that movie, I didn't feel like really started or got interesting until Killmonger got to Wakanda.
Yeah.
Wakanda, and that happens like in the third act.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's
you should,
true.
when he gets there and it becomes like, oh my God, you have a cousin
Yeah.
who no one knew about, who your father murdered his dad. Like that's a story.
You
that
should've got there earlier.
Been about.
You should have got there earlier.
It could have been more interesting to see how like they get used to this
Yeah.
new guy being there.
I kind of don't. That's how I felt about what is it, Batman vs Superman. Like you guys didn't fight till 2 hours in.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's like Jesus.
I know they think everyone thinks that like you got to build up to this great moment. It's just like just make the story good.
Sometimes it's good when they start fighting like 30 minutes in.
Right.
You know what
and
I mean?
they can fight more than once.
Yeah, they can fight like 5 times. That's better.
Right.
It's Superman versus Batman, but they fight for 7 minutes. I think they fought for like 6 minutes or 7 minutes. 2 hours in,
That
like
was
it's like,
the
come on, man.
lamest fight you've
That was the
ever seen
worst.
between two superpowers.
That was the worst. The sad thing is that's how much better Marvel is because essentially most of Marvel characters are B characters. Like Iron Man is a B character.
Well, that's the thing. They focus on getting actors who have charisma and creating characters. Like, here's the thing. I felt like honestly, I never loved Thor more than I did in Infinity War. I fell in love with that character.
Yeah.
You realize how much that character's lost.
Yeah.
And everything he goes through, you're just like, wow, like that's a fun character. I want to follow him now.
Yeah, I know. I do. I really like how they did Thor.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
probably my favorite.
In this movie, for sure.
Yeah, Thor
it was
was
his
really
movie.
dope. Yeah.
It was his and Thanos' movie. I felt like.
Yeah, it was. But he's still, I like how he got the hammer. I like how he did everything. I like the relationship he had with Rocket.
And I just love seeing him trying to like act tough, even though he's like lost every single thing that ever mattered to him.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny he doesn't mention it, but you just like when he was listing all the things he lost, I'm like, oh, and he lost Jane too. Like he lost his girlfriend. Like he's got nothing.
Yeah, he lost everything.
Yeah.
But he's still cool. You know?
He fought through it. He's gonna die trying.
Yeah,
Although it is weird that he got his eye back and his dad never did.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
That technology.
You couldn't watch him with just you know what I mean, with the
No,
fucking
I love
eye.
that they realized they're like this is getting kind of distracting.
And then the fucking King of One, Black Panther's dad has the glass eye, and you have the greatest technology. But he
I
can.
was so glad you said that,
Yeah.
because I didn't feel like I'll be honest. I know I said a lot of shit, but I couldn't bring that up when I wanted to joke about it. But I was saying the same thing when I was
Like,
watching.
why do you have a fucking glass eye, man?
Right, you were the last Black Panther.
Yeah.
Did you lose it? Like,
But I mean, I think that's just his real eye in real
no,
life.
that is his real life,
Yeah.
but it was distracting on a character level, especially because it looked like it was looking at the ground the
Yeah.
whole time. That was really distracting. Like, I get you don't want to like have to like make him seem like he's not whole as a person, but it was really.
Yeah, it was
really out there.
terrible. All right, guys, I think we're out of time.
That's where we're gonna leave it at. Lazy eyes.
We're gonna leave it at lazy eye. Hey, we'll appreciate Ericson for coming through. Ericson, you want to plug your podcast?
Yeah, I've got a podcast myself. I interview people about my favorite subject myself. It's called Just Ericson. That's JUSTERICSON. Look it up on iTunes or any other place you can find podcasts. Or follow me on Twitter at Just Ericson. Whatever you got to do.
Just follow. Okay. Thank you, Ericson.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
you. All right, guys, have a good one.